Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're doing a crushed glass craft for Valentine's Day. This could be an all ages activity and it's going to be beautiful for the season coming up. Really quickly, we're going to go over the materials we're going to be needing. I like to have 3 different paintbrushes just in case I need them. A large flat, medium, and small round. I have my napkin, cup of water, and these are the crushed glass colors I will be using. We have a red, and then we have white, okay? And then for paint, we are gonna be painting the background, and I'm using this light pink. And then I'm gonna be adding some glitter. And I have here the glue that we are gonna be using for gluing the glass. Okay, so that is it for the materials. And let's go ahead and get painting real quick. I like to put my brushes in the water, give it a few swirls. This helps the bristles get ready for the paint. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this. Grab your big brush and your pink color. And we are going to start painting the background. Now you can get creative with the background if you want to add different kinds of reds, whites. For this session, I'm just gonna do straight pink. I like to keep it simple and easy so it doesn't look intimidating for my guests, right? So I'm just gonna go all the way around my background. And as you can see, there's some space here at the bottom that is pretty wide. It's pretty big space. You can use that for adding any customizations. You can add your name or the person's name. If you want to gift this to somebody, that would be a great gift. Or if you're coming in with your child and you want to paint this with your child, you can add both of your guys' names on there. You can add love or whatever you want to add on there. It's a nice big space for you to do that, or you can just leave it how it is. Just add your glitter, which I will show you how to do here in just a minute. And I'm just gonna go around real quickly all around my heart. Now, when I get close to a line like this, when I'm doing a line, what I like to do is I load up my paint. I load up my brush with paint. And then I'm going to start away from the line that I'm trying to go, from the line that I'm trying to reach. So in this case, I'm gonna show you this line right here. So I loaded my paintbrush, I come away from that line, and then as I come closer, I don't lift my brush at all. I just let the brush do all the work and I just guide it. You see how I did that? Same thing here. Just go around very slowly. This will make sure that you don't go inside of your heart, because we don't want that pink inside the heart. Okay. Now, when you're working on your background, if you are adding the glitter, you're gonna need the paint to still be wet. So you want to do this step somewhat quick. Don't rush yourself. Do a good job at it. But you also want to keep in mind that you want to use a bunch of paint. You want to use a good amount of paint so it doesn't dry quickly on you. And because if it dries, then the glitter will not stick to it. Now, there's other ways to add the glitter, but if this is the quickest, and if you want to take advantage of the wet paint, then you don't have to add any additional glue or anything like that, okay? So here, as you can see, I am finishing the background really quickly. And I'm actually not going to do the glitter here on this table because I have a specific table designated for glitter, because glitter is messy. So, but I am gonna show you how I do it just really quickly, and then I'll be back with the glitter already applied. Okay. So here's this. That looks good. Now, what I meant is when I have my glitter, my bottle of glitter like this, I want to make sure that I go up high, and then I do nice wide movements like this. The reason I want to go up high is because I want to give my glitter time to fall onto the canvas and spread it out. Because if I go real low like this and I start pouring it, it's gonna start creating these little chunks of paint, of the glitter, and that just doesn't look good, right? So give me a second. I'll be right back with the glitter on it. Okay, here is the glitter applied. Now, you want to blow dry this or go do something else and come back when it's dried, because you do need to make sure that that it's dried before you start working on this. Otherwise, you're gonna start getting paint all over the place. Okay, so I'm actually gonna be using this blow dryer. Okay, friends, this is dried and we can keep moving. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna be doing the colors. And as you see here, the heart is divided in stripes. So just, to make it more exciting, I'm going to be alternating from red and white. So I'm gonna start red, white, and red. Okay, you can do any combination you want. This is just what I'm doing. And let's go ahead and get started. I have here my Valentin'es clear gel tacky glue. So this is a real thick glue that is perfect for this craft, okay? So let's go ahead and get started right here on the top. You want to just spread your glue as evenly as you can to make sure that you have nice coverage all throughout this area, okay? I like to get the tip of my bottle. It's kind of like an applicator, and just kind of get it as close to the line as I can. If you need to, you can use a brush or a foam brush if you have it available to spread this even further. Like you can get it even smoother, but this works for me right here. That's gonna do just fine. You do want to make sure that you get all the way to the edge because you want to have a nice shape for your heart, okay? Then here's this part right here also is where the color continues. So I'm gonna also add it right there. And then I'm gonna leave my glue alone, put it out of the way. And then real quickly before my glue dries, I'm going to bring my red crushed glass. And then look how pretty it's already looking. And we just dropped it on here. So the pink, it's a nice contrast between the red, right? So here we go. And as you can see, it's okay if you get like the crushed glass off on the background, because we're gonna clean that up here in just a minute. We are mainly just worried about getting a nice thick layer on this area right here. We also want to make sure that we don't see the white canvas. One tool that I forgot to introduce at the beginning is these tweezers. These tweezers come in really handy when you want to grab just piece by piece, and then you grab it and you place these you place the glass wherever you need it, right? So they come in really handy. And then what I do now is I'm just gonna start shaving off the glass that I don't need. You can do this by hand, or you can use a palette knife, or you can use the back end of your tweezers. Just get creative. So here I'm just grabbing the extra glass that I don't need. And then as you see, it's starting to reveal the shape of my heart right there. You want to make sure you get all the way to the edge, because that's what's going to make sure that you have a nice shape. Okay? And you might need to wiggle around some of the pieces like I am doing right now, because these are abstract shapes, like just random shapes, and you want to make sure that you find the best shapes for whichever area you're working on. So it's easy. You'll get the hang of it real quickly. It does look a little intimidating, but you just, once you do it a few times, then you know what I'm talking about. So like this right here, this piece wouldn't work because you see how it's pointy. So we don't need a point on that part. So I'm just gonna take this one off because it didn't work. So I'm gonna find something different, like something that's more roundy, like this one. You see, this one works perfect right there. It doesn't stick out, and we still have the shape of our heart. Okay, now don't be too concerned about the looseness of your glass right now, because we're gonna come back and add more glue on the top once we are done with this part, okay? But for now, let's go ahead and it's important that you recycle any kind of glass that you're not using, which is why I recommend going color by color, because you can, so that your glass doesn't, your different colors don't mix together, right? So here I go back on this other part of the heart. Same thing. I poured as much as I could so I can have a nice layer. And then I'm gathering my glass just to make sure that I have it right where I want it. Okay. So that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to I'm missing some on this edge. So I'm gonna find, this one could work. Yeah, this one works. Right there. Okay. Now that I have the shape that I want, I have here what I call the binder, which is basically the same glue with a tiny amount of water that makes your glue a little bit runnier and it's easier to spread. And this is what's going to hold those pieces together. So as you can see, some of these pieces are loose still. So I'm just coming in with more of this on the top, making sure that all these pieces get the glue on them so that they can bind together, right? That's why I call it a binder, because it binds them together. So, and you do want to add a good amount, but not too much where like it starts to run out from the sides, because you don't want this glue to be running out from the sides. Okay, then I'll do the same thing on this side. I like to start from the edges first, just to make sure I don't forget any area. And then as I finish the edges, I move on to the center. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. And then I'm gonna repeat the same process. Come back with the glue regular, no water. And then my next line is going to be white. All right, that's nice and even. Now I'm going to grab my white and we're gonna add it right on there. I like to use my hand as a blocker, like a wall. You can do that too. Oops. There's sometimes with these glass, there's a little bit of impurities. You'll want to look out for those, like this. Like, what is that? Who knows? It just comes with the glass, you know? Okay, that's a nice even layer. And this time it went a lot easier because of the shape. It's a lot easier. It's just a stripe. And as you can see, I don't have to do much of the wiggling that I did at the beginning. But I do want to make sure that the shape of the heart is still there, okay? So any pieces of glass that need to be replaced, they can do that now. And I can already see how beautiful this is going to be, you guys. If you're loving it as much as I am, I hope you are. And it looks like we need a little more glue in this area. I forgot to add some glue here. Okay, and then now we do the binder on top of this. Oh wait, we have a white here that doesn't belong there, and then some here. Also, it looks like this side right here is a little low, so I'm going to add more. You want to make sure that your layers are even, okay? And then I like to use my hand to tap it down, tap all the glass down to make sure it locks onto each other. And then once I do that, I'm going to grab my binder and then start pouring away. And then if your glue starts to pour off from the sides, it's okay. You just gotta act quickly before it dries and just wipe it off with a napkin or whatever you have handy, okay? It's not a big deal. But as far as like saving your glue, that's why you wanna be careful and do little by little so that you can see how fast it's running out. And then that way you're not wasting your glue. Okay, and then again, we're gonna go for the next color, which is the red again. Okay, so that looks good. Back to the binder. And then again, we go and do the white, same steps. Okay, nice layer. And then the next is going to be again our binder. And look how beautiful it's already looking, you guys. This is a very fun and easy craft, suitable for all ages, really. Oh, right here, you see how it's spilling out? That's what you want to avoid. Because now I have to wipe it off, and then that glass or that glue is kind of wasted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just more on top of it. There you go. And then make sure I add more binder on there. Just a little bit, not too much. Alrighty guys, that was the last color, and now I'm gonna bind it. And you want to make sure that you go back and check for any other areas that might not have gotten any binder, just to make sure, okay, so that your glass doesn't fall off. Now you're not gonna want to move this for like a good 24 hours. Just leave it how it is. I mean, like, you can move it, but like, don't lift it up, you know what I mean? So I'm just adding some extra glue on the top just to make sure everything's binded together. All right, but that is it, you guys. That is it for this craft. As I mentioned, actually, you know what? It seems like it's a little skimpy here. I'm gonna add a little more. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is a craft suitable for all ages. So anyone can have fun making their heart. Perfect for Valentine's Day coming up. You can gift this to somebody. It would make a beautiful gift. And you can write their name down here. Or if you come and do this with a family member, you can do it. You can write their names or both of your guys' names. If you're coming in with a couples, you can do that too. And but that's it. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. You can just leave it in the comment section or send me an email, and so I can make sure I get back to it. Okay. Looks like I need more red on here. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.